Gonna make a little video here of how to fix the power windows on a MK1 first make of the Audi TT. This is my Audi TT. It's a 2001, and right now the window is just not functioning. Doesn't make any noise or anything. I'll show you kind of the symptoms of what happens when it jams inside there. Okay, from inside the car, turn the key on, and I hit the power window. I'll be real quiet so you can hear it. Oh. So hopefully you can hear that. Let's try one this way. I can actually hear a little clicking back in the main part of the door when I do that, but that's all that happens. The window doesn't move, and when I open the door, usually the window comes down automatically when you open the door. This one isn't. It just stays right where it is. You see it doesn't come down like the other side to let the air pressure out when you shut the door. So that's the symptoms, and it's usually because the cable system that raises and lowers the window inside, the glass inside the door, is jammed. And getting into it is kind of like cracking a safe, in my opinion. I had to really hunt online to find out how to take the door panel apart. I'm going to use this Allen wrench. It's very small, and there is a hole up under this knob, very small hole, so you can see it. You insert this in. If I can find the hole. There we go. And it pushes a little lever in there. Once you have that lever pushed, you can turn it. Okay, now I'm having trouble with it. Okay, now with the key inserted, or anything like a small, really small screwdriver, inserted up into here, it pushes a lever that releases this little cap, and you can turn it just like a less than a quarter turn to the left. Pull that back out, and there we go. And there's a star bit up in there on the top left. I'll get that and take that bolt out. Open the door a little more here so you can see that star shaped bolt, or T. This one's actually a T30 is the size. So I'll just take that out, and then I'll take the door panel. Okay, with that bolt out, I'll come up to the front edge. Let me zoom out here. Come up to the front edge, this rubber little boot piece, and it's just got little pieces that pop out, snap out to release it from that door panel. And similarly on the back of the door, another rubber boot. Gently get that opened up there. Let's see, get a good shot of that. Alright. Now at this point the door panel will move. Okay, completely unrehearsed here. Gonna lift straight up on the panel. Front and the back. A little jiggle there. What's holding it up? That rubber piece is still holding on. That's all it takes to get it open. Set that there for now. Here's the cable system and the motor for raising and lowering the window. We're going to crack this open. This is where it's jammed, I believe, and needs to be lubricated. A couple quick things to note here. You'll notice that this, when I took the panel off, this little cable kind of was hooked to the panel, and it's got a hook on the end of it, and that goes into the back side of the door where the door handle is, and I'll move it here, and you see that's what actually opens the door. So pulling that little hook releases the door latch. So I'll have to hook that back up when I put the door back on. So getting into this guy here, there's a couple more of these T-star bits, or little bolts to remove, and I'm gonna loosen those up, but I'm not gonna open that up completely because there's a bunch of cable wound in there and it can make a big mess. Okay, I've loosened those three screws, bolts, and you can see the gap that I have in here now. I've kind of taken a screwdriver and worked it around the edges. I left them somewhat in so this wouldn't pop all the way off. And if you look down in there, you can see the spool of cable. And I'm going to lubricate that, and hopefully just having this open a little bit, I can hit the motor just slightly, turn on the key, touch the switch, and get it to move. And all it's got to do is move a little, and then it's unjammed, and then I can button it back up. But as long as I got it open, I'm going to get it lubricated real good with a silicone caulk, or a silicone-based lubricant. I don't even know what Audi recommends. I'm not a Audi mechanic. I just figured out how to fix this one time a few years back when it happened to me. So we'll give that a shot, see how it turns out. Okay, this was a little tougher than the last time I did this. I opened this up like I showed you, and I lubricated it, and it still was just jammed. And so, you know, it's not working, so I keep going a little further. So I take the 3 bolts completely out, and I open this up some more, and you see as I open it up, these cables start to come out right down in there, and that looks like a big mess. And so I swung the motor down. It goes in this position, but when it was jammed, I could swing it down about 1/8 of a turn lower. And I had it down there, turned the key on in the car, and as soon as I turned the key, it automatically just moved. I think the car computer was thinking that the window wasn't all the way up. Like it was all the way in the total fully raised position, but the computer thought it was down here like the door was open and it was trying to put it up. And I think that's where it got mixed up, and it was just jammed like that. So when I rotated this down, it allowed it to take up that slack when I turned on the ignition. And anyway, now it's loose. So it's loose, it's lubricated. I'm going to put the screws back in it and see if I can get the whole thing to go up and down nicely. Okay, so that's buttoned up now. Put the key in the ignition. Turn it till we're in the on position. Hit the little lever here. I never did unhook the electronics from the door. I just left them there and laid this door panel to the side. So I'm going to hit the down. All the way down and up. And it stops just shy of all the way up like it should. So that sounds pretty good. Actually, it doesn't sound all that good, so I'm going to also lubricate while I got the door panel open, that track, get some silicone in the whole track, maybe get rid of that noise while it's accessible. Then put the whole thing back together the way it came apart, and you're off to the races. Good luck. Okay, this is my follow-up from yesterday. It's a day later now. I want to show you the window. It is working great. After I'd lubricated the rails and the wires, just lubricated the snot out of everything, just trying to get it to stop kind of wiggling and jamming and making that squeaking noise. Let's see. And at first the squeak wouldn't go away, but now that I've let it sit for a while and run it, it's working really good.